Hi, this is Celeste with the Celestial Report, and I am back. We're going to get out of my previous discussion, and we are going to be making corned beef, and I am inviting you to make corned beef with me. So let's see. The, the supplies that you're going to need I love bay leaves. So you can grow your own bay leaves, which is really fun. And these are actually my own bay leaves. Yes, they're a little bit pale because of I haven't used that many bay leaves right now. And you need pickling spice. Now, you can either make your own pickling spice or you can buy your pickling spice. This particular one is bought. My homemade pickling spice was buried under a bunch of canning jar cases. So, what can I say? So, I had to grab what was available, and that's what we do. And this has mustard seed and allspice, and I think it's got cloves in it, and bay leaves, and cumin, and celery seed. So, anyway, this is a sweet one. You can either make your corned beef sweet or hot, and it's not really hot, but it's just so to this, what you would do is put some of your hot peppers that you grew. They can be any kind, it really doesn't matter. They can be whole or they can be crushed. It's up to you. The next ingredient you're going to need is I'm never very good at this, like this Morton Quick Tender. And for the size of the meat that I have right now, it is 1 tablespoon or a half an ounce per pound of the meat. And you rub the meat, and then next thing. So, really, other than the meat, those are bay leaf. I like the extra bay leaves, but you don't really have to because this has bay leaves in it, or many pickling spice do. Just realize that some of the pickling spices that you get at the store, unless you get it from a health food store, um, have high chemicals in them. So you don't want that. The next thing that you're going to need, oh, can I get it? Can I get it up without breaking it? Is a crock. So you're going to make it in this crock. You can make it in a half-gallon jar, or a gallon jar if your meat is smaller. My particular piece of meat is larger. So I have to put it in this jar. Now, what I'm going to do is fill this jar with filtered water, and I'm going to submerge the meat. And this part I'm not going to show you because I'd have to take you into my kitchen. And quite frankly, my broadcasting studio can't go into the kitchen. It's a disaster in there. So once you've got the quick tender on the meat, you put it in filtered water. Then you take a plate, and you have to find something in your house that's heavy. They make weights for this, or you can fill a quart-sized jar and put it on top and weight it down, but it must be weighted, and it must be about 45 degrees. So, I mean, technically right now I could probably put it in my cold storage laundry room area, but I don't want to take a chance. So I am going to put it in my fridge, even though this is like super big to put it in my refrigerator. But anyway, so the next thing is your meat. And I'm going to put this nice towel so that I don't get meat juice because it is dripping a little bit. So this particular is a beef brisket. And this is what I'm going to be making corned beef today with. Now, if you want, you can use a sirloin tip. And I really advise that you use a sirloin tip. Why is that? Because as you can see, this beef brisket has a lot of fat on it, and once it gets corned, it is very tender. It has that beautiful red, just perfect corned beef look and flavor. You really don't need the fat. It's not like you're going to be slow cooking it or anything like that. So once it is fully cured in the brine solution, and that's why I'm doing it now, I'm in the countdown here to February 1st. Sometimes I even do it January 1st. So what I'll do is take and rub. So for mine, it's going to be 8 tablespoons of the quick tender. And then I'm going to put my bay leaves and my pickling spices in there. I'm going to put this meat in with the filtered water. I'm going to put some type of a plate or with some type of a weight to weight it down because it will float. And if you want that even texture that's really beautiful and very flavorful, you want it submerged the whole time. And then you can just put it in a place that's 40-ish temperature until St. Patrick's Day. Now you can have it ahead of time if you want. It does cure in as little as a week. I've done it quick. Or you can wait and have it. And I just like to have it at, I just wait till St. Patrick's Day. It happens to be my grandparents' anniversary. Josephine, right? My grandparents are from New York, so they love their corned beef. So that's what I'm doing today in memory of them. And so what I'm going to do, like I said, I can't take you in my kitchen, but I'm kind of walking you through. It's just so easy. So the ingredients are, for those of you that just joined, are quick tender, and you use a half a tablespoon per pound. So I'll be using 8 pounds for this one. And I love bay leaves, so I'm going to be putting it's whatever your taste is. And I love bay leaves. They're good for you, so I'm putting those in. And as I mentioned to everybody before, I am using my sweet pickling spice because my other homemade pickling spice was buried behind canning jars, so I couldn't get to it right now. And I wanted to make this right now because this week is the beginning of planting season for me, and I start planting my peppers. And I grow 100 different kinds of peppers, and I will be kind of probably get a tray in here, and I will plant along with you, and you can watch me. You can ask questions about peppers, growing seedlings indoors. Peppers, I start February 1st. Tomatoes, I start on March 1st. And quite frankly, you don't want to start them any earlier than that if you live in a cold climate, because what happens is they get really leggy if you don't have enough light, and they get very crowded. And by the season time of the season that I go plant them outside, I've got about 5,000 literally seedlings in my house. So it's like crazy. And then I've got Miss Zippy here. So it's kind of tight quarters. So but that's why I'm doing my meat now. So that will be corning away. But like I said, you really can do this in a week. All you have to do, if you don't mind, it might not have quite as much flavor as I have. And then you need a crock or a half gallon or a gallon glass jar. You don't want to put it in metal. And I don't use any metal during this process. So that's all there is to it. I know this is kind of short and sweet, so I'm just going to do it. It'll take me about 5 minutes, but the longest thing is going to be me figuring out where in my fridge am I going to put this thing, because it has to be there till March 17th. So it's going to be in there a while. So I have to forge it out. I think it's going to be on the top shelf, but we'll see. Does anybody have any questions about how to make corned beef? No questions? Have you all made corned beef before? It's really fun. I mean, and the flavor is you can't even buy. Now, yes, I did buy. No, I didn't buy a corned beef. I bought pastrami from New York because I love New York pastrami. But I didn't buy corned beef because I can make my own so easily. Well, if that's it and you all know how to do it, it's super easy. I might even go ahead and put the ingredients after I make my corned beef in my description so that you have it for easy reference in the future. But if you do have any questions, you can write me at celeste@celestialreport.com. And oh, Ellen, you have to try it. It is so good. Like I said, this is a beef brisket, but I would, you can use sirloin tip. Sirloin tip makes really good, and you're not wasting anything because of the fat content that you get it with beef brisket. So now a bunch of people tried on. I don't fry the cabbage. I do fermented cabbage from my own garden, so I already have that going as well. So I get those good probiotics. So no, I've never tried it with pork. I mean, I would think it would work, but I don't know because I've never tried it. Um, so all the things that you see in the thumbnail, that whole meal was everything from my farm. Everything. From the sour cream to the carrots to the cabbage to the corned beef. I actually have I don't know if I can put it up here. Uh, oh, I didn't put it in. Um, I don't know if I can do it in a text or something or something. I'm just not great at YouTube, but I have a picture of Miss Zippy up counter surfing, and there's her little plate of corned beef, and there's my plate of corned beef. It was actually kind of cute. I almost used that, but I thought I would entice you with, the full spread that I usually um, get. The reason is sometimes I do notifications and I'm getting more used to that. But that means I have to pre plan and get my thumbnails and get my description and all that. And then I schedule it. And that's when you get the notifications. If I just go on air because I'm in between A and B, which is going to be during the harvest time and planting time, you'll see more that you won't get notifications, but you'll always either find it here or at celestialreport2.com. Do you have help or do you do all the growing and harvesting myself? Well, I have Miss Zippy, and this year I will have my sister. My sister is going to help, but this will be her first year. So it'll be really exciting and fun to have her. And actually, she'll be out there in the kitchen with me making this corned beef. But like I said, it takes 5 minutes. The hardest part is going to be finding room in the fridge. So anyway, yeah, it is just like our grandparents, and people don't realize how easy it is. And if you love corned beef like I do, and you can slice it so easy, there's nothing like it. I mean, once you do it once, you're hooked. You'll never go back to store. And if your store even carries it, I think that maybe they have corned beef, or at least yeah, last year they did for maybe 2 days. But here, like if I try to get corned beef in North Dakota at this time of year, they I mean, I can't even get cheese. I'm about ready to order some cheese online because I can't even get cheese here other than if I want like some fake concoction. So, yes, I'm here again live. This time I'm making corned beef. So you'll have to check it. I'm not going to reiterate because I'm going to bore the people that were here at the beginning. I just figured, I was going to make this corned beef anyway. I thought I would invite you in, even though I'm gonna look in to getting one of those to go cameras or something that the bloggers use. But if you know anything about that, if you know a vlogger, if you know how to do that, I am open to suggestions. Celeste at celestialreport.com, because I am ready to invest so that I can take you out into the garden. I can show you my new atmospheric water generator. I can show you how to do my corned beef and whatever else I'm up to. So, anyway, Michelle, I hope you try the corned beef. It takes 5 minutes, 3 ingredients, one crock, a piece of meat, and let it sit in about 40-ish, 45 degrees. And then you will have this delicious tasting corned beef. So, anyway, that's it. I'm going to get into the kitchen. How long do we make the vegetables last longer before going bad? Oh, Martino, this is really that's a real tough one because this time of year, once February hits, your vegetables are going to start going bad. Sandra and I have had a bunch of them. What we do is compost them. We just put them out in the compost. The potatoes, you can cut the eyes that are growing out. But vegetables, even in a cold room, cold storage, unless it's really cold, like in the maybe the upper 30s, you're just going to have some losses. And it's sad, but that's just the way that it is. Um, Michelle, I live in Southwest Montana. If you need any cheese mailed to you, like, oh, I would love some cheese, any kind of cheese. I'm just like, so Celeste at celestialreport.com, we can touch bases and you can share. I was literally going to order some provolone cheese. It is very hard. So many vlog with their smartphones. Well, it's really hard to be physically active and um, and hold your phone. I'm not that coordinated. I know some people. I do have like 100 stands in there. I just haven't mastered it yet because I'm so busy doing other things, and now it's getting to planting season, so it's like ah. So um, anyway, I hope that you enjoy it. I let me know your experiences. Send me pictures. I would love to send. I could do like at Celestial Report too. I could do a collage of all of your beautiful corned beefs in celebration of St. Patty's Day or whenever you have it. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it only takes a week if you want light corned beef. If you want the full bore stuff, I usually wait 2 months. That's what I do, but it'll be slightly under 2 months this year because I just didn't get on it because there's just too many things to do. So, anyway, thank you, Michelle. So we will talk with you later. God bless you. And I'm going to have many things coming up this week because, like I said, the season's starting to roll. Can you believe it? We're in 2025. It's time for high production. And we just all pray for a really good, productive year. And I just pray a very bountiful harvest for all of you, whatever you are growing or doing in your kitchen or preserving or whatever. So, anyway, talk to you later.